especially if you're free to play. I mean, 100% if you're free to play, you should plan some time that you can dedicate to the game around the 3 days after you claim this, the 72 hours after you claim this 3-day privilege card.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
How the heck are you guys? My name is Fastidious. Welcome to my channel and welcome to day 42 in our free to play series. I'm excited. You can probably tell we got the best news today in the game that you can get as a free-to-play player. The best news I received since I started playing this game. They are giving us the best value for pay-to-win players or people that want to spend any amount of money in this game. The single best value in the game, besides maybe this $5 Iona, is now going to be a free gift for us. Only for 3 days, but a free gift through this event. And if you love this game and you love being efficient, but you chose to be free-to-play, it does not get better than this. Let's just not bury the lead. Let's get right into it. We've got this total sign-in thing. I should also say the Wild Sands event is live. There's a lot of cool stuff going in. They've got a great redeem shop, which we'll talk about briefly in this video, but I'll do a whole breakdown when I also do my guide on the final stage of Trials of Fury tomorrow. But that's not what this is about. This is about something as simple as a total sign-in reward. These are just daily sign-in bonuses. So we have these little currencies, the Fabled Dice. We have these other little currencies, the Rampage medals. That's all for the event. You can scroll. Two things stand out, right? On day 12, you're gonna get these nice rare summoning crystals. But on day 6, man, on day 6, this caught my eye. I said, what the heck could that possibly be? I've never seen anything like that in the game. It's a privilege card. So if anyone doesn't know, the privilege card, I'm gonna explain it here as I read through it, but it's the best pay to win value in the entire game. You can buy it for 1 month or 6 months. I only just found that out today when I looked in, because I was like, oh, is there even a 3-day option? No, the three-day option is just a nice little taste they're gonna give us. I presume, and it probably will work, maybe even I'm inadvertently going to do an advertisement for it right now when I show you all the math and how insane a value this is. But I think they just want to give us a taste because it is so powerful to your account, and this is the only thing that could get me to spend. It's not going to. Even once my free-to-play ends, and I do in a couple weeks or maybe a week, who knows, when I receive my creator diamonds, you still can't buy this with diamonds. So this is a strictly pay-to-win thing, and it's insane. But we're going to get it for free as long as in this 15-day, or I guess 16-day period, you log in at least 12 of those days. So if you log in 75% of the days, you will get it. Let's get into it. A symbol of prestige, who cares? It holds great benefits for commanders. Now I'm listening. Including additional auto fight chances, pretty cool. XP and gold bonuses from stages. Outrageous. I'm gonna break that down for you. Extra random loot from gear raid and promotion raid. Outrageous. And a 3.5 times speed boost when using auto fight, and a max stamina boost in terms of the cap you get on your max stamina. So just to break that down from most important to least important, auto fight chance, let's say max stamina boost, as long as you're efficient, doesn't really matter. Efficient meaning you're staying under the energy cap. 3 times speed boost really doesn't matter unless you're like in something super competitive and you need to keep up, or you're crunched for time, which a lot of us probably may be. Auto fight chances are really nice, but you don't need them. But these crazy things here. So we've got the extra random loot from gear raids. That's really nice. Promotion raids, insane. You can just randomly, you'll get double the promotion materials you were gonna get. But man, the XP and gold bonuses from stages is redonkulous, and that's what I've gone ahead and done a lot of math for. And I think you guys are gonna kind of have your minds blown by what a value this is, and I can't believe we're getting it for free, and I'm super pumped, and I'll talk about it at the end, but I really suggest we get that on day 6. So if you're the kind of person playing every day, really time it out that you claim that. Hopefully, what I'm hoping, guys, I should just say this now, is that we can like leave it here and wait for the perfect moment. I hope we don't have to claim it right when we go in, because maybe it's gonna be better we use it in like a week or 10 days than in 6 days, but I'll get to that at the end. First off, let's see just how powerful this thing is. So I'll just show you in the shop, because I noticed there they broke it down much better. So how you said to get extra auto battles, you actually get 40 of them a day. I'd be curious for anyone that uses the privilege card, does this roll over? So if you do this for a month, are you getting like 1,200 extra auto fights a day? That'd be pretty cool. You're getting 20% XP from battles. That's including the raids, obviously. 20% extra gold from battles, including the gold raid. 30 at max stamina. So like for me, I'm at 237, so I'd be at 267. Again, I think that's nice. Probably more relevant earlier on in the game, because I mean, we get what does it come out to? 20 an hour. So already right now I have over 10 hours worth of stamina if I get it to 0 before it's full again. So it just depends how addicted you are to the game. let's just get to the good stuff. Gear raid drops, really cool. When I've done runs for people, when I've done it for myself on the test server, but certainly when I've done it during takeovers for people, it seems to me like every 100, you're good for like at least 15 extra pieces of gear on top of the double drops when those happen. It might be more, let me know if it's more, but already I think that's significant. I think every time you get an extra piece of gear, it's saving you like 22 stamina. That's how I think of it. And 22 stamina is like a third of an energy refill, a huge stamina refill. So yeah, promotion rate is crazy. I was just chatting with Lucifer about this, and he's saying he can farm the 100 gold insignias that you need for 6 stars on a legendary champion. He was saying he can do that in like 7 or 8 runs. That takes me like 13 or 14 runs. So that's huge, right? It's a big stamina save. But for me, guys, the biggest boost you're gonna get from the privilege card, or at least the most tangible one, as I see it, is the plus 20% to XP from battles and gold from battles. We're gonna go ahead for the math and use XP as an example, but it's the same idea for gold. So you can just apply it as you see fit, whatever makes sense to you. So without further ado, let's let the math start mathing. All right, let me move my big fat head out of the way and let's get into it. So you can see here, guys, the base case I have used is gonna be stage 7 of the XP raid. I know not everyone is on that. Some people might already be up to stage 8. Some people might be a bit lower, but I think the majority of us are at least familiar with this. And we know the basics that without the 2x bonus, we're gonna make that assumption, at least for this first part of the math, no 2x bonus. You are getting 10,500 XP per run at a cost of 36 stamina. So we can use those numbers right there, and we can let the math happen. So we can just divide 10,500 by 36, and we can see per stamina spent, we're getting 291.67, so 292 XP basically per stamina. And then the same thing with the privilege card. So you're getting an extra 20%, so just multiply everything times 1.2. We're getting 12,600 XP per run and a nice even 350 XP per stamina. So you can see the difference there, pretty significant. I've rounded it up to just 58 XP. Now, it helps me at least, and if this is a little abstract, you can just ignore this part, but I like to think of it as how much stamina am I saving? Because stamina to me, I can easily convert into diamonds, right? Because we know the cost of that in the diamond shop. That being 200 stamina costs 60 diamonds, right, for the huge stamina refill. So stamina spent per 100,000 XP gained. So if you want to go ahead and get 100,000 XP, it's a random number, but I thought it was a nice round one. That's going to cost you can just divide by this number here. That is going to cost you 343 stamina without the privilege card, but with it, it's only 286. So a very similar number, coincidentally here, but that's gonna be 57 stamina of a difference. So you're saving 57 stamina. So you're saving over a quarter of a huge stamina refill, so like over 15 gems, or excuse me, 15 diamonds. They call those red things diamonds, who knows why. And then just maybe slightly more confusing, but just thinking of it in percentages. So percent of how much stamina you're actually gonna have to use for the same result, whether you do not have the privilege card or you do. So if you don't have it, it's the same, 100%, the same amount of stamina, but you only have to spend 83% of the stamina, of the amount of stamina you have to spend without the privilege card if you do have the privilege card. So you're basically doing 17% less. So you're consuming 17% less stamina for the same result. Now for something probably a little easier to wrap your head around, I've got another example here to think of things just straight up in terms of diamonds saved, right? Diamonds are like the special, that's the premium in-game currency. So I just picked 200 stamina as an arbitrary thing. However, that's a nice kind of anchor point, I think, since we're all used to the huge stamina refills and that's how much stamina they give. So how much XP can you get per 200 stamina spent or expended? So without the privilege card, that's gonna be our top line here. You're gonna get 58,333 XP. However, with the privilege card, you get a nice even 70,000. So it's almost like, I was always wondering why we have these weird numbers without it, but with it, it's almost like they're assuming we're gonna do it, right? Because we get these nice, clean, beautiful numbers. So what is the difference there in terms of XP? Well, we can just do some basic subtraction, and the difference is you're getting an extra, with the privilege card for the same amount of stamina, you're getting an extra 11,667 XP. So how much stamina is that? Well, we can do some division again and divide it by this normal number over here, our stamina spent without the privilege card per run, or XP we get with the privilege card per stamina spent, and that's a nice even, again, these even numbers, wow, so surprising. It's gonna be 40 stamina. So we can do some quick math again, and we know 200 stamina is what we get for 60 gems from the huge stamina refill when we purchase that. So 40 is 1/5 of that. So 1/5 of the 60 gems, or excuse me, 60 diamonds we'd have to spend on a huge stamina potion is gonna give us 12 diamonds saved, right? So we're saving 1/5 of a huge refill. That's 12 12 diamonds. Every time you do a huge stamina refill, you're saving 12 diamonds. So you could basically think of it as, if it's easy for me to think of it this way, every time, without the privilege card, every time you're using 200 stamina 5 times, so 5 stamina refills, basically with the privilege card, you'd be getting 1 bonus 1, right? So for every 5, you get a bonus 6, and that's pretty cool to me. So now we're gonna go back to probably the more realistic assumption here, guys. So if you did have the 2x bonus active, so I actually made a video way back on August 10th. It is September 15th now. Way back on August 10th, I made a video breaking down if you made a 6-star hero from scratch, how much XP would that cost? And the answer, a lot. Quite specifically, 2,988,500. If you want to see all the math broken down, that video will be in the description. I'm pretty proud of that video. It was one of the first things I did in this game, so feel free to show it some love. However, the long and the short, basically, I was assuming a worst case scenario. So you have no psychic powers, so none of the fodder materials. And then in terms of fodder for champions, you're only using 1-star heroes. So realistically, it'd be slightly less, maybe in like the mid 2 millions, I don't know, even early 2 millions if you have tons of psychic powers. However, worst case scenario, it's gonna cost you just under 3 million. So you can quickly use these numbers again to see XP per stamina spent to figure how much stamina it would cost us with and without, again, same rows here, to get this huge number of nearly 3 million XP. So without the privilege card, we would need over 10,000, we'd have to spend over 10,000 stamina. It'd be 10,246 stamina, right? If we round down there. And then here, with the privilege card, we would need nearly 2,000 less, right? So 1,700 less or so. So it'd be 8,539 stamina when you round it up. So maybe a little bit nicer to think of it in terms of diamonds. I did a little quick math over here. So as I said, with a huge stamina refill, you get 200 stamina for 60 diamonds. So some quick math, 200 divided by 60. That means we're getting 3.33 stamina, or 3 1/3 stamina per diamond. So I can just go in here and divide these stamina spent numbers by 3 1/3, and we're gonna get, without the privilege card, we're getting, if you're buying using diamonds to buy all that stamina, you got 3,076.96, so 3,077 diamonds spent. And with the privilege card, it's only gonna be 2,564 diamonds spent. So what's that difference? Well, that difference, and I thought this would be the best way to articulate to you guys, that difference is gonna be 512 or 513 diamonds. So what does that come out into pulls? That's like why we love this game. We love summons. Well, that's almost 6 summons. So every time you'd make a 6-star champion, or at least you'd make a 6-star hero from scratch, minimum, you're saving yourself 5 summons. And if it's a worst case scenario, you're saving yourself nearly 6 summons. So I think that's a pretty crazy way to think about it. Hope all that made sense to you guys. That's just like such a crazy way for me to understand it. So what is the big conclusion here? Well, I should quickly say, you might be like, well, it's only 6 summons, but keep in mind, there's all the other benefits. You're gonna get the same amount of benefits from gold. So if you're doing 5 million gold worth of farming when you have your gold bonus active, or 10 million or 20 million, you can imagine how much stamina you're saving and how much diamonds worth of stamina you're saving. It's crazy, you know, and I think it's important to translate all this stuff into diamonds. You know, moreover, the 3x speed, the plus 40, the plus 30, those are just luxuries. But promotion raid, you know, every time you get a double drop in the promotion raid, which, like I said, Lucifer made pretty clear when I discussed with him, happens all the time. In my tiny bit of experience when I'm other people's accounts, it seems crazy. So it's minus 18. So every time you get a bonus, you're getting, basically it's a free 18. So that's nearly, again, a third of a huge stamina refill. It's about 20 diamonds that you're just getting in your pocket every time. So I'm not trying to make some big advertisement for the privilege card. I just think it's crazy that we're gonna get a taste of it as free-to-play players. So what I said, I would have some concluding thoughts. What are those gonna be? Well, we should really, especially if you're free-to-play, I mean 100% if you're free-to-play, you should plan some time that you can dedicate to the game around the 3 days after you claim this, the 72 hours after you claim this 3-day privilege card, because all of a sudden you are going to get hundreds, if not thousands of diamonds worth of saving. And you can see this is really grinding. This is how much diamonds I've been able to raise, and with all the freebies from events, this is how many diamonds I've been able to raise in like the past 10 days. So you probably can save this much in 3 days, if not more, if you grind really hard. So, you know, right now we have the Corridor of Glory. I'm not going to tell you not to do this, but I will tell you, just stop at 10,000 if that's what you want to do, or if you just want to go for Lunaria, stop at 4,000. Same thing with anything like the Tales of the Smith events. Really try to, I know you were like tempted to, I want to make as many 6-star heroes as possible. I want to get as much plus 16 gear as possible. I know we're tempted to do all that stuff, but you're going to want to postpone it at least for like 5 more days, if not a little longer, whenever you decide to claim. I really think we should be able to delay this at least to the day 12 when you ever decide to claim this, because it is going to be such a freaking boon to your account. You're going to be able to do so much more efficiently. And if you're like me, I mean, as much as I'm going to enjoy it, I'm going to go right back to not buying it. So I'm going to try to enjoy these 3 days of it as much as possible. Yeah, I'm pretty excited, as you can probably tell. I thought a nice way to wrap this up, because we talked about 6-starring champions, we talked about XP, blah, 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 blah. I mean, we do have Court of Glory active, right? And it is be pretty cool to 6-star champion. So anyone who missed it, we streamed for over 6 hours today trying to beat Gear Raid 2. I've also been doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff trying to beat Artifact Mature Raid 18. Volk is going to help us in both those places. So welcome to the squad, honey. You're going to be our next 6-star champion. There is our Volca. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I've been Fastidious. If you liked this video, if you liked my crazy energy, I guess, I don't know, or maybe I was chill, I don't know. If you didn't like any of that, please like the video. If you want to comment, you got any questions, please comment. I answer every single comment, and I always will. And finally, if you want to share it with your mother. Why not? But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much.
Fastidious.